Okay, good morning, good morning. We are about to do the Camino del Rey. Something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I'm actually not sure how long it's going to take. We've got a fantastic park up. If I just step to the side, hopefully you can see the lake behind me. We are with some other vans, but we're going to stay here tonight because I'm assuming it's going to be 3 or 4 hours, but we'll see, we'll see. It's €10 just to get a general admission, but you have to book those months in advance. I couldn't get one of those because I only booked this, I think, about a week ago, 5 days ago. So we're doing the all-inclusive tour, the guided tour, €18, which I still think is very good. Obviously I've got the camera, I've got the drone. I don't know what I will or won't be allowed to film. I'm assuming I can. Maybe not the drone, but hey, we'll take it anyway. But yeah, really looking forward to it. So let's head off. The only thing with this one is, of course, that Koa cannot come. So he is guarding the van. The solar panel is out, doing a bit of charging on the power station. We've been off grid now. I don't even remember the last time I plugged in the van. The professor is performing amazing. Look at these views. Just look over my shoulder here. Stunning. This is on Park for Night, by the way. It's right by the side. Oh, that's a good point. It's right by the side of the main north entrance parking, for which you only have to pay $2.50, which I did pay in advance. Should have done a bit more research for where I was going to park. Because if you're coming in a van, there's this amazing park up literally right by the side of the main car park, and it's free. So yeah, $2.50 and another $2.50 for the bus. Although the guy at the parking said once you get on the bus, you have to be an hour before. My ticket's for $12.20. You have to be an hour before so I can get the bus at $11.20. Because when you get off the bus, there's about a 40-minute walk. So, bearing in mind I drove past the entrance on the way here, I'm not actually too sure how good the bus is going to be or what the point of the bus is. I mean, we'll see. It's all new. We will explore. I don't know how big the group is that I will be in. I did obviously select English as the language. So yeah, let's get down to the bus stop. But super excited. I wanted to do this last winter, but the weather didn't allow. But now, as you can see, it's a glorious sunny day. A little bit of crisp, a little bit of chill in the air, but that's fine. I've got my long trousers, which convert into shorts if needed. Fleecy jumper that I can take off and tie around my waist, because I'm guessing when we get into the gorge, there's going to be a lot of shade, obviously potentially water, where there will be water, so colder than being in the bright sunlight. So hopefully we are equipped, and yeah, looks like there might be a bus there. So let's go jump on and see what the Camino del Rey is all about. Okay, so the bus journey, the initial bus journey, like 5 minutes, brings you to this central point. There's a restaurant, some tourist shops, toilets, but not much information. I know that we passed the main entrance and there's a sign saying Camino del Rey that way, main entrance. Everyone's just loitering. I'm just going to head off. I think the idea is we walk to the entrance and then something's going to happen once we get there, I assume. Because if I turn around, you'll see people are just standing here loitering, not really knowing what to do. So a little bit of lack of information. There's a board. Let's go and have a look at the board, see what that says, and spin it around. People talking to each other. Okay, let's show you. So you are here, Camino Trail, 15 meters, 2.5 kilometers to get in. Or if we go along the road, there's a path and it's 1,500 meters. Then you get to the entrance here and there's a ticket booth. You can see that. Right, let's go. These minions can stay here. We are going to walk, I don't know, it's probably 5 minutes to the entrance along the road. I'll spin you around again. I think most of this you'll be facing forwards because there's going to be a lot more to see than my face. But yeah, we're going to walk along this road to the entrance. So according to that board, just to recap, if you go through the tunnel and around, it's 2.7 kilometers to get to the entrance across a track through the forest. And if you come the way that we're going, it's 1.5 kilometers. So hence, I guess, why they said 40 minutes or 15 to 20 minutes, depending on which way you go when you get off the bus. That now makes sense. So yeah, let's go for a little walk. Right, here we go. Caminito del Rey, 1.5 kilometers. Oh, it's dark. This is cool already. Loving it. Wow. You can't see anything, I know, but what a spectacular way to start the Caminito del Rey. Right, we're coming out the other side. That tunnel was 3 or 4 minutes, and I'm going to hazard a guess, that we've just joined the track, but because the track comes from up here, so I'm going to guess coming that way it just cuts out a lot of loops and bends because the gorge is off to my left down here. And when I scoped this out the other day, I parked at the dam and started to walk along. In fact, now I think about it, a track, and it had a sign saying Caminito del Rey 2.7 kilometers. So yes, this coming this way through the tunnel just cuts out what, just over a kilometer, 1,200 meters of walking. But there's one thing missing. Koa would love this. I know when we get in to the actual area, I don't know what to call it, the main part of the gorge where you've got all the walkways, the bridges, etc. I completely understand why he's not allowed. But I think along here we could definitely walk. So depending on what time I get back, we may come back to just walk along here with him. And I am out of breath because I was following a big crowd of people. One lady, I mean, you don't have to be a hiker to come and do this. I mean, I'm in trainers. I asked the guy, walking boots, trainers. He went, no, trainers are fine. One lady, she's got to be Italian. Knee length, black Diamante, studded boots, you know, tight leggings with a little kind of like skirt on. I mean, yeah, there's dressing for an event and there's dressing for an event. I had a little chuckle. But yeah, so I'm walking quick. So I got in front of the crowd because Koa's not here, and I always feel guilty leaving him. I mean, he's fine on his own. He'll just go to sleep, I know he will. But it still doesn't detract that I feel guilty leaving him in the van. And I don't, as I think, or hope you know, do it very often at all. But this was one I wanted to do, I had to do, and it's the sacrifice. Ooh. So anyway, I don't know, hopefully no more than 10 minutes and we should be at the main start of this walk. I don't know if this is coming out, but I mean, there's a lot of people in front of me. I don't know, rough head count, probably 30, 40 people. Now bearing in mind we're meant to be doing, like I said, a guided tour, I'm intrigued as to, with the volume of people that I know are behind me and are in front of me, how exactly they split this up. Obviously we all have tickets, we all have a time. I mean, I left the van at 11. My ticket official entrance is 12:20. They say to allow an hour. I gave a little bit more to get down and get ready. So let's see what the organisation is like once we get to the main entrance. I'm curious just because of my days being a ski guide in the Alps and splitting up groups by ability, etc. So yeah, let's see how they do. But it's a fantastic walk in. I mean, the scenery is already spectacular and this isn't even half of it. On another note, while I think of it, the buses, as I understand it, I'm going in from the north entrance. You've also got the south entrance. I understand, and again I could be wrong, so we'll find out, that I'm going in the north. I'll walk through and out the south exit entrance, where the buses will then bring us back to the parking for the north entrance. Oh, big tunnel, check this out.
You finish in another place, you need to have the helmets all the time on, even for the pictures. Smoking is absolutely forbidden. It's not.
I know. Suits me, huh? So we had a change of plan. The guided tour, organisation wasn't great, but even with an official guided tour ticket, you can just go in on your own. So that's what I'm doing. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So probably will give me more freedom and flexibility to just hunt around on my own. I've got like you have to put like a catering, a hairnet underneath, and then the helmet. Quick briefing, as you saw, and we're off. So let's do the Camino del Rey. So just as we're going in, I can see the first walkway along the cliff. It's 5 kilometers, and exactly what I said. You go in one end, out the other end. Buses meet you at the other end, take you back to obviously the start. No toilets, don't leave any rubbish. You can't use drones, you're not allowed selfie sticks. Although, hey, I got away with this one because it's very short. It's not a selfie stick, it's a little tripod. But yeah, anything else? Clothes. And yeah, it's obviously, as I thought, because it's very steep and a narrow gorge, there's no sun in here. So even if it's a beautiful day outside, it's going to be substantially cooler in here. So I'm very glad I have on my long trousers and my fleecy jacket. Perfect. Right, like I said, less of this, more of that. I'm not sure whether the camera will do this justice, but we're not even started yet. And I'm already smiling like a Cheshire cat. This is the start of the first walkway, and then obviously we've got the gorge down here. The boardwalk does have holes in it, so if you are, challenged with vertigo or something like that, or afraid of heights, I don't know. Depends how bad it is for you, but it might not be for you. Jesus, isn't nature just awesome? I mean, I'm speechless. I so have been wanting to do this for so long, and boy am I happy. Excuse me, I've got a bit of Cobra has come with me. And I'm so happy I have done this. And also, I mean, what a feat of engineering this walkway is. Absolutely amazing. I'm just hanging back. There's obviously lots of groups of people, and kind of like everyone's trying to stay out of each other's way to get photos and selfies, and other people that are talking to video cameras looking like idiots. Anyway, I might jump past these people because they seem to be having a bit of a conflab. How amazing is this as well? I don't know if you can see it, but there's a train line that runs through the gorge. I mean, what an epic journey that would be. I can see over there's a tunnel that the track comes out of into this kind of like expansive open bowl area inside the canyon. It just keeps giving. I would probably say I've been walking for like 15 minutes of 5 kilometers, however long that's going to take. So you definitely don't want to rush. There's so much to see, you just don't know where to look. I mean, the video probably won't do it justice. My photos on Instagram probably won't do it justice. You know, to get the perspectives, you know, the depth of the gorge, the steepness. I mean, just here, literally straight up. I mean, I'll put it up. I don't know if you can even make that out, but literally the rock face is towering above you, and you kind of like, you feel like a little ant in this big universe. And if you don't make it out, just to give you some confidence, there's vultures circling overhead. Here we go, look, so we came in access north, or my shadow's in the way, isn't it? Access north, I'm here, and we've got all of this still to do to access south. So what do you reckon, about a quarter of the way in, give or take? So, after that first quarter, shall we say, which was, you know, in the gorge, you then come into this beautiful open area. I'm not going to say countryside, of course not, but big wide paths, you know, the mountains open up, the sun is coming in, it's getting warm now, but I'm sure I'm going to need it again. We haven't got to, I guess, the most famous part, which is it the King's Bridge? I'm not too sure, could be wrong, but you know, you see in all the pictures the bridge that crosses the gorge. So yeah, again, you can hear it, I've upped my pace just because it's very pretty, it's very beautiful, but it's just walking through a forest like I've done many a times with Koa. And I know some of you were like, what are you talking about, you're in the Camino del Rey? But this particular part, it's beautiful, but for me it's all about the gorge, the water, you know, the caverns, the canyons, the rock pools, all those tight little spaces. This is, I mean, you can see behind me, it's super open, so anyone that's maybe got a bit of claustrophobia, the first little bit maybe is a bit tight, or can feel a bit tight, but at the moment so far the rest of it seems okay. But who knows what's up ahead. Let's keep going. Okay, so just past another sign which showed again where we were, and we were halfway. So as I said at the first sign, I thought it was about a quarter of the way through, so I'm guessing that's how they work. I expect to see another sign once we're 3/4 of the way through. But I would probably say so far this, how do I describe this countrified area, without being in the gorge, has actually been the largest stretch. But I can see up ahead we're going back onto a walkway up against the rock face, therefore back into the gorge. And I just bumped into an English family, they were here last year, and she actually said the further in you go the better it gets. So fingers crossed, because the first part was magnificent, this part is beautiful, but I want more. So let's see. Would you just look at this train track? I mean, how amazing would it be to ride on this, going off to a tunnel over there somewhere and down the gorge, the canyon. Absolutely fantastic. And this rock, I mean, wow. Years of, what's that, sedimentation? Am I using the right word? You can see all the different layers. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, you can feel it wobbling in the middle. The guy at the back to the group in front of me, no jumping or stomping, please. Wow.
Congratulations!
And there we go. Just like that, we're out of the south entrance / exit. I didn't know if it went both ways. We didn't pass anyone coming south to north, it was all north to south. So unless they switch that around for some reason at certain times of the year or days of the week, it looks like you go north, exit south. And the first part as you enter, spectacular, words don't describe it. The third last part as you're coming out, you're crossing the bridge. Wow, again, I don't have words to describe that and what Mother Nature has done. And in the middle part, it is beautiful. It is beautiful, but it's just like a nice path walking through the forest. So that's where you can relax, get your nerves back, because the second part of the gorge side of the walk is definitely a little steeper, narrower, quite steep, narrow stairs. So probably, well, it's a little more challenging. There were certainly a few people with white knuckles holding onto the handrails and having to be coaxed across the suspension bridge. But we're done. All we've got to do now is find out where the bus is and where we deliver this beautiful hat, which she said there's a bucket, a big wooden box or something that they go in once you get out. But would I recommend it? 100% yes. I do think, having heard or overheard some of the guided tours as we walked past, it would have been nice. But me being me, I was too hasty and I couldn't bother to wait and queue when I could just get in and go and look. So yeah, I think €10 is the standard ticket, 18 for the tour. I would say that's probably well worth it. €18 to visit this is I think great value. And of course the groups are spread out, so that's quite nice. But when you're on your own, I guess because you are moving at a faster pace, you're not stopping to listen to the history and what the guide is saying. You do come across and catch up these big groups fairly often, and obviously have to navigate around and through them. But no, spectacular. I mean, let me just check what the time is actually. I left the van at 11. It's now 1 o'clock, so 2 hours. That includes getting here, walking through the gorge, and now obviously getting out to get a bus to get back, which I'm sure is going to take another half an hour or so. I mean, it's only me. I didn't meander, I walked quite briskly, again thinking of Koa in the van. I want to take him for a nice walk this afternoon, and obviously just me in photos, not having to, you know, take photos of each other, family groups, etc, etc. So obviously that will impact how long I guess it takes to get through. Anyway, it's got a bit windy, hope you can hear me. But yeah, let's get down. I don't know if I can take this off yet, there's no one around me. I probably could, but I'll be a good boy and wait till we find the wooden bucket and then jump on the bus and go and find Mr. Koa and take him for a lovely walk. Although I also need to eat, I'm bloody starving. Cheers. There is a lovely refreshment area at the end as you come out. So now strolling up to get the bus. Con Pinta de Cerveza. So yes, what a way to end. Not the longest by any stretch of imagination. Well, probably one of the most epic walks I've ever done in terms of spectacular scenery. That said, I'm very much looking forward to getting up to the Alps, probably mid-February through till mid-March. I don't know if I've said this, but I've got some friends, so I was looking which way the buses are, some friends that are either doing a season, on holiday or working, and I think I've said this before, but I worked, I think it was about 18 seasons, 18 winters in the Alps, so very much looking forward to getting back, showing Koa some proper snow and doing some skiing. Now, where's this bus? And just like that, we're back on the bus. I think this journey will be a bit longer, but I'm sure it'll be very scenic. Just wait for it to fill up and we'll be off. So there we go, Camino del Rey, tick, done. It's now 2 o'clock, I left at 11, 3 hours. I'm sure some of you could be like, 3 hours to do all of that? You were going way too quick. Maybe I was, but like I said, it's just me, and I'm always conscious of Koa. He's in the van, it's not a hot day, but he's in the van, and he deserves a nice walk. So yeah, we're just coming back to the van now. But just to summarise, highly recommend it. I would probably allow 5 hours in total without rushing. And I wasn't rushing, but like I said, it was just me. But if there's a group of you, you're probably going to stop a lot more, discuss a lot more things. But so glad we done it. But let's see how Mr. Koa is. Hello? You coming out? You been sleepies? Come on.